Oh, I got to put this away. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. Good morning. I'm the big guy. You're watching Cardboard Meditation. And I'm feeling it today. I've got a whole year's worth of pickups. I say a year's worth. It's actually probably from about March to today. To today, I've just got some pickups I wanted to show to you. And I don't do that a whole lot on my channel, but I haven't put these away yet. I haven't put them up for display. I haven't done anything with them other than just thumb through them almost every day I'm in my studio. So I wanted to show them to you before I put them up and talk about my feelings about what is going on in the hobby right after this.
The big guy bought some cards, maxing out his MasterCard, adding to his collection, borders on addiction. It's hard not buying cards. It's hard not buying cards.
That's my little red pickup of pickups. Thank you for watching. Let's start with my concerns on the hobby right now. I don't know if I want to call them concerns. Issues? Maybe? I don't know. It's been brought to my attention that I'm no longer a member of the card buying group of people that buy boxes and wax and opens them up because I have been priced out. And just so you have some reference points here, I'm retired, I have a fixed income, and I have a budget. And if I want to buy some really cool cards like I'm about to show you, I can't buy these things that Topps is producing now. It's no longer an option. So on all the product of this year, I haven't collected any of them. And I do collect sets, which is what I really enjoy. And if you want to collect sets and you're trying to do it through boxes, that is a fool's folly. You just don't want to do that because everything is high priced and you don't get a whole lot of cards and it's a mess. So what am I to do? Well, I'll buy them online. That's what I'll do. Well, I've been looking, and the only thing I really want to collect this year, I mean, there's some nice looking cards, but again, I'm on a budget. I want to collect this year's Topps Chrome. So I look for lots online, on eBay and other places, and those are incredibly expensive. I'm not sure what people think they're worth, but they're not worth that much to me. So I'm passing it up right now, and maybe in the couple of months here coming up, maybe they'll get a little cheaper, and maybe that's when I'll pick them up. But I went to a card show in Shipsy, I don't know, 3 weeks ago maybe. And it was, the Shipsy card show. If you've never been there, it's a lot of fun. It's bigger than you think. It's for a small card show that only started 5 years ago, I think, because it was the 5th year anniversary. I think that's what they said. This thing has grown exponentially, and good quality dealers, lots of great cards, a nice balance between Pokemon and sports cards. So I think it's something, if you're nearby, they're going to have another one soon. I'm not sure what day it is, but make it over here for that. You'll enjoy it. And I've got a couple of pickups, only 2, from that show that I want to show you. But while I'm there, I'm looking for things, and I go now focused because I have blown my budget on impulsive items way too often. Do you do that? Do you buy things you don't really need, and you only want at the time? When you get it home, you go, why did I get this? I don't really want this. I used to be pretty bad at that. And I've tried to focus, on my collection when I go. My friend Bob, he's always right there. He's got me on a short chain, and he yanks that chain, and I go, oh, yeah, let's get back to reality and stay on task here and get what I need and what I really want. So special thanks to Bob the enabler, the baseball card enabler. You got one of those guys in your life? If you do, good. That's good, because I trust and love my Bob. He's a good boy. All right, first of all, one of the things that I noticed when I was there is the cards that I'm looking for, I couldn't find. And I was only looking for just a handful of cards. I was looking for a real nice, raw 1964 Richie Allen rookie. I was also looking for a really nice 1954 Bowman Yogi Berra. I couldn't find either one of those at all. I know I found one of the Richie Allens, but it was graded. And then I couldn't find any of the Yogi Berra 54 Bowmans, which surprised me because there's a lot of good vintage at that show. So I kept going on, and I kind of checked down to my next things that I collect. And what I'm looking for now on the newer side of cards are the 2016 Sapphires, which I absolutely love. I think they're the finest of all the Sapphire offerings out there. And then the 2020 Top Stadium Club Chrome set. I'm trying to put both of those sets together, the Sapphire and the Chromes. And I collect them just as I go along, and I figured there'd be a lot of them there. And while I was talking to two dealers, I only talked to two dealers about these, and neither one of them had either of what I'm looking for. They said, oh, if you're looking for something like that, one of the dealers said, they've been kind of like sucked up by all of the people that are repacking. They've come through and they buy up all the good quality cards. And I went, I'm not talking about inserts or parallels or not. I'm just looking for some really nice cards, like maybe a 2016 Sapphire Miguel Cabrera. Oh, he goes, oh, well, that's I had one of those, and a repacker bought that. And I was shocked at a repacker buying stuff like that, not inserts, not parallels, stuff like that. Another person that I was talking to, I didn't bring up those cards. I brought up Billy Sims. He goes, what have you been looking for? And I like Billy Sims. I've been trying to buy up some of his cards, and I was looking for like a real cheap autographed Billy Sims while I was there. And another dealer had said, oh yeah, all my Lions and all my Tigers autographs have been purchased up by some repackers that put Tiger or Detroit area repacks together. And I've never seen that, because I might, in a moment of weakness, buy one of those. But they were purchased up too. And then I overheard a dealer tell somebody else that the repackers had come in and bought out just about everything he had. He'd had a real good show because the repackers bought up a lot of his stuff. So now I'm not only priced out of cards that I'd like to collect on a yearly basis because the prices are too high. Now I can't even buy singles that I want because repackers are buying those, and again, the prices are real high on anything else that I find. So I'm kind of priced out of the hobby a little bit right now, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. Obviously, I've got to readjust my budget and maybe just scale down what I'm collecting. I do enjoy being here with you on YouTube. That's a fun hobby thing, so I'll keep doing that. But I wonder about you. Do you suffer from being priced out now with anything that you're collecting? Yeah, I'm an old man now, and you wouldn't think that would happen to somebody down the line. It would happen to some young kid just getting into the hobby, not having enough money. But those kids have cash, and a lot of it is, as you have probably seen if you've been to some shows. All right, that's my issues right now with the hobby. I'm just thinking about it, mulling it over. I'd be interested in what you have to say about it. So let's get down to checking out the cards that I've just picked up over the last few months, my pickups. This is, I'm not even sure what year this is, but this is a nice Barry Sanders card. As you can tell, I'm waving at you through the card. It's an acetate. And yes, I have an issue about acetates. I'm addicted to them. I buy them all the time. I have basketball, football, hockey. I've got baseball, of course. Just about any kind of acetate card I'll buy. I think I even have like a Captain America one around here somewhere. I just think that they're amazing. And this is the greatest running back of all time. Oh yes, he is. No, we're not going to argue about it. The greatest one right there. And it was such a joy to see him play in Detroit over his entire career. And this card is just the coolest. And I just got it today. Paid $6 for it. That's including shipping. Look at that. That's gorgeous. That's really nice. Okay. All right. Here are my two pickups from the Shipsy Show. This is a 1933 Gaudi of Billy Rogel. He was the greatest Detroit Tigers shortstop to ever play the game until Alan Trammell came along. This guy was it. He later became a commissioner for the city of Detroit. I think a city commissioner for Detroit. He was a force throughout the 30s and 40s, and I think into the 50s, whether it's playing baseball or politics in Detroit. He was well known. And that is a cool card, a 33 Gaudi. It's got a little staining on it, but I just love this card. All right, next pickup, second one and last one of the Shipsy pickups, was one of these 1936 Gaudi wide pens. Now, I had a little show on that a while back. Maybe if I can, I'll try and hook that up at the end here during like the show ads at the end, if I can find it. Hall of Famer Freddie Lindstrom. I think this is a cool card. I love these. They're so unorthodox when it comes to baseball cards. Truthfully, I don't believe it's a card. It's really more like a photo. It's like a sheet of paper with a photo on it. But I'm going to call it a card because I can. It's my hobby. But I absolutely love these things. I don't like the pose too much, but it's just real cool. It's up close. You can see a little bit of the logo on the cap. I love these cards. These are what are they called? They are called R314s, R318s, R314s. I think they're R314s. So if you want to look them up in the Sports Collector's Bible, it's in there. They're fun to collect. They're really not that expensive. I think I paid $30 for this guy. He was a little pricey. He's a Hall of Famer. But you can find some other ones that are just beautiful cards from that era. They were given away, by the way. They're just given away. All you had to do is send stuff in, and Gaudi would send you back some of these things. All right. Here are some other ones I picked up, like I said, going back to, I think it was March. And we'll go over each one of these real quick. I don't want to take up too much of your time. This is a Luke Keeshaw card from the Futures games. I think this guy's going to be really, really good for the Twins. And I just wanted to pick up an autographed card of his. People that know me said, did he just say something good about the Twins? Yeah, I guess I did. I don't like the Twins. But I do like this guy. He's a good ball player. And he pretty much played very well against the Tigers recently. Luke Keeshaw, autographed, got a little patch there. Nice card. Another autograph I picked up, Topps Finest. Wait a minute, is that Topps Finest? Yeah, sorry, Topps Finest. It's a numbered card. It's of outfielder Matt Vierling, plays for the Tigers. Here he is in his Phillies uni, which I think is really a cool card. I want to get him in a Tiger uniform like this, autographed, but this I couldn't pass up. This is a nice card. It's gold and everything, and it's numbered. I don't know. All the latest stuff that make it valuable to others. I just like it because it's an autographed card and it looks good. Here's a guy that I think is going to be a great ball player. Michael Toglia of the Colorado Rockies. He's got some power. I don't imagine he's going to stay there very long. They don't have a good team. They got a lot of great players coming up, but they just can't seem to gel. And he might end up with somebody who's he's going to just perform well for. He's got power, and he's a decent ball player. I just wanted to pick up a nice autograph card of him, keep him in my collection because I think he's a good ball player. Okay, it's already been established that I absolutely love acetate cards, but I also love Hall of Famers, and I love really good Hall of Famer cards that are acetates. That is Cal Ripken. I don't know what this came out of, what series, but look at that thing. It's Fleer Ultra. I can see the logo up there now. That is really a beautiful card. Oh, let's stay on topic. Another acetate. Dikembe Mutombo. See the back of it? You know, it's got that little part of him back there. I got that sticker on there. Sorry about that. That is a beautiful card. Like I said, if it's acetate and I'm standing there with the money in my hand, I'm buying it. All right, I'm going to quit bugging you about acetate right after this. Alex Rodriguez. I am not, by any stretch of the imagination, a fan of Alex Rodriguez. But I love good-looking cards, and I love acetates. Look at that. All right, no more acetates, right? No more. This time. Here's a couple of cards. I told you early on that I collect the 2016 Sapphires. And here's a couple of pickups I made just recently that I'm just crazy about these cards. They're the same as the 2016 regular Topps issued cards. They're just, you know, they've got that background with the sapphire and stuff on it. So the photography in these cards are the same as those in that base set, and they are spectacular. I've actually picked up just some stars from that era. From that card set because I just like the way they look. And so that's what I really enjoy about these. Prince Fielder. That is a beautiful card. The photography is just amazing. And if you want to really see it, I have the card. I'm going to have to find it and show it later. But I have King Felix in his Sapphire from 2016, and that is just an amazing card. Thought about having it photographed or something, so I can blow it up and hang it on my wall. That's Prince Fielder. Here's the same year, Zach Wheeler. Look how close up that is. It feels like I don't see that anymore with baseball cards. They're all taken from the sidelines, and they're all hitters hitting, pitchers pitching, throwers throwing. It's just the same all the way around. But that's nice. That's Zach Wheeler 2016 Sapphire. All right, I'm not sure what this is other than the fact that it is a select from 95. It's got to have some form of name to this card. That's Jimmy Key. Jimmy Key was a great pitcher. Now he's a Yankee. I'm okay with the Yankees. Back in the day, not so much. But these days, I really do like them. And this card is just beautiful. I'm going to try and see if I can get it to pick up on any of the just the background. He's got like an aura around him, and this card just struck me. And it was cheap, so I purchased it. I am not one of those guys who picks up all the latest cards of the latest numbered glitter, confetti, unicorn, rainbow stuff. It's not for me. I'm an older guy, but I can tell you this. If I see a good ball player, and I see it in some form of some sort of configuration that is glitter and rainbows and confetti and all that stuff, I pick it up because I like the player and I like the color for the most part. Like this card right here. That's Zach Greinke. That is a beautiful card. It's I think it's red. I think they're going to call it red or pink or something like that. I think it might be numbered. I don't know. If that's important to you, it might be numbered. I don't know. But just the beauty of that card, the colors. You've got that beautiful red. You've got those nice blues on the Dodger uniform, and you got that white. It's very, very patriotic in a backdoor sort of way. Love that card. Another pickup I had that's very similar, Clayton Kershaw. Again, look at the colors. Okay, I'm a sucker for that. Just add that to the list of things I'm a sucker for. I like it. Here's another one that I don't know what this goes to, what set this is. But when I saw it, I said, yep, that's going to my collection. Larry Walker. Late Bloomers. I was looking at this thing. I was online looking at it. And all of a sudden those two eyes, or whatever they are on either side of Mr. Walker, started rotating like they are now. And it was saying to me, buy this card. Your collection is not complete without this Larry Walker card. Buy, overpay, then buy more. Then I snapped out of it. Oh man, that was it was hypnotizing me. It's a beautiful card. Very foily. All right. Here's one that's just a recent card. It's a pickup that I made at a card show recently. It's just like Victor Scott is going to be a great ball player. He's not going to maybe be a Hall of Famer. I don't know. But this guy, good things happen whenever he's in the game. He can hit. He can run. He can field. He can just do about everything. And he's on the Cardinals team, who are just not drawing a lot of players. But I just liked him, and it's in that Ray wave. So I just thought I'd buy that. Not buying anything else that's newer anymore, although I do have a full set of those. I mean, a full set of the chromes. I have a full set of the base cards. I have a full set of the updates, which might be my last set I ever buy collect of Topps. These next two cards are very interesting. When I saw them, they were in a little auction online, and when I saw them, I went, those look like cocktail drinks. They look like they might be a cocktail drink of some form. And again, I don't know what these are. Here's a Mike Trout. I know it's a Topps offering, and I know it's an insert set called Spring Fever, but I'm not sure of the year. I guess that's what I'm saying. But look at how colorful that is. It's like a little cocktail drink. And then here's the Bryce Harper version of that. I've got a couple other ones that have this kind of color, but the insert set itself has more darker colors. These are just a couple of the really bright ones, and I like them, so they're now in my collection. Here's something that's going back a little bit. It is a numbered card. It is one of the greatest pitchers of all time. It is Greg Maddux. I pick up Greg Maddux cards whenever I see a pretty one that I don't have, and sometimes if I do have it, I still pick it up. That's the kind of impulsive nonsense that I was talking about earlier. Picked this one up in an auction only because I'm trying to pick up some cards that represent some of the great players of an era that I didn't collect in. So I don't have a lot of cards of them. And when I see something that goes, yeah, that's what I want to buy right there, and just put it in my collection so I have it so I can look back at it later. And this is a prospect card for the Phillies of Ryan Howard and Cole Hamels. I thought this was a really nice card. This next series of 3 cards, I can't tell you what these are as far as what they belong to. I've really started to grow just an affection for Negro League cards. Now I know there's not a whole lot of them made of them during their playing days, and if they do exist, they exist in some foreign, Cuban, South American, some kind of a Latin card, and I don't have any of those yet. But these cards, when I saw these, I almost fell out of my chair. I'm going to try and get up close on the camera, but it's probably going to blur up on me. The cards almost look like they're made out of fabric. Like somebody made them out of fabric. They're not. They're cardboard. Is that not a beautiful card? Clint Thomas, who admittingly I have never heard of. I think it's a beautiful card. I've got 2 cards in this sleeve. Here's the other one. Heavy Johnson, I think? Yep, Heavy Johnson. Look at that. Can you tell that it looks kind of like a fabric? I am looking for these online now a lot. I'm just going to buy, if they're affordable, I'm going to pick them up. And I've created a binder of Negro League cards, and I'm excited about it. It's like my latest project. And it's starting to fill out. It's filling out with some really nice cards. Maybe I'll make a video on that sometime soon. And here's Judy Johnson. He was a big star back in the days. I had a handful of those real hard to find ones now that are truthfully not impressive at all. They're like little hand drawn things that everybody seems to want. I sold them all off a long time ago. I wished I still had them. But if I had my choice between these and those, it's going to be these. Okay. Another thing I like to do is I like to go through some of the cards that are coming out that when I watch breakers sometimes, I don't do it very often. And I guess it's just the breakers where I see them. And they're breaking those really expensive boxes, triple threads, museum collection. I can't tell you all of them. They're not anything that I collect, but I do collect the commons. That's not the right word for them. Base cards. I do collect the base cards. I'll go back and buy them later if I see something nice. Thinking about creating some sets based on those, but they're kind of hard to find. This is a museum collection of Pete Alonso. I like this card. I've got a handful here that I'll just go through kind of quick. It's Pete Alonso. This one's Robin Yount, numbered, purple. Do you like these cards? You know, when I watch these guys rip them open, glean out the real high-end numbered colored cards and the autographs, and then take everything else and throw them in a pile, I suppress the urge to call those people names. Yeah, I'm not proud of it. But I like these cards. Here's a really nice one of J.D. Martinez. Now, J.D.'s not a huge star anymore. He's not even in the league anymore, but he's one of my favorite ball players. J.D. Martinez for the Mets. Loved him when he was with the Tigers. I'll never forget the time he ran into a wall catching a ball, and he did something to his forearm. I think he had a little hairline fracture, and he was out for 6 weeks, maybe 2 months. The day he came back, the Tigers were facing Chris Sale. And you think, oh my gosh, this guy comes back from the injured list, and he's got to face Chris Sale. Chris Sale serves up a pitch, and he knocks it out of the park. I absolutely love Mr. Martinez. I miss him a lot in Detroit. Here's another one. This is a tier 1. I'm not sure what this is. I'll just let you see it. Again, I don't collect a lot of these patch cards either because I've got some issues with patch cards. And I'm sure you might have some too when they say that it's not from any particular game or player, or, it's a game worn or personally worn where they take it on and put it on and take it off. It's a lot of gimmicks, a lot of games. It's not really worth very much. It's just a scam. But I did like the way that card looked with Mr. Kershaw on it. And I think it is numbered for those that find that important. I think it is. If it's not, I don't care. It's just, it's just a beautiful card. And it's one of the real thick ones, too. Here's a card I picked up in an online auction, which when I looked at it, I went, what is that? What is that? Black and white. It's an archives card of some form, and it's hand numbered. And I got it for $1. I think it slipped through the cracks. Right into my hands for $1. I have no clue if it's got any value, but I'm not a big fan of black and white cards. But I like that one. And you know what I think it is? That offset color of blue up in the corner. I think the black and white with that blue, it draws me to it. That is Doc. Here's another couple of cards that when I see them and I see them cheap, I pick them up. Yeah, it's kind of impulsive, but I think I just can't let these things go. 84 Donruss, Wade Boggs, which is a beautiful card. And an 85 George Brett. 84. It's a beautiful card. It's got some sharp corners. It's the centering is a little off balance, but it's still beautiful. I picked them up. I can't help it. Do you do that? I go to a show and I see something there and it looks all by itself. I said, somebody's going to just keep ignoring that card. Going to keep ignoring it. A sad little card of a great ball player with just beautiful. I can't leave it there. I got to pick that up. It's got to come home with me and go into my collection with all of its friends. Yeah. Okay, this card. This card has a story as well. I saw this on an online auction. And I love, like I said, with these cards, if I see something on the cheap and I like it and it's in decent quality, I'm going to pick it up and put it in my collection. This card, I was looking at it and I went, yeah, it hits, checks all the boxes. It's got some nice corners. The centering is a little off from top to bottom, but it's Lou Brock from 72. Yes, I'm in, $2. I paid $2. You can't pick, maybe you can pick them up, but they're not in this good a shape at $2. And I got it at home and I went, oh man, the white border on this is kind of dulled down, a little yellow. I went, still $2. I'll just add it to my collection. And then I turned it over. Can you see what it is? It's an O-Pee-Chee card. You know, the O-Pee-Chee cards do have a kind of a duller finish on the front. They're not as bright sometimes as the regular Topps issue, but I picked this card up for $2. It's a 1972 O-Pee-Chee. Luck is on my side sometimes. This is a card I'm not going to be able to explain to you. It was issued back in the 70s, I'll bet you, from the Great Plains Greats collection, from the Great Plains Sports Collectors Association. It's Denny McLain. And he's in his away uniform. And the card is much bigger than a normal card. Seeing if I have a card sitting around here I can show you, but it's a little bit bigger and a little bit wider. And on the back, it kind of talks about the association. It's numbered, so I'm wondering if there's more of these things out there. I kind of tried to look them up, but I couldn't find any more of them. Denny McLain and some funky, weird card that I thought I'm going to have to pay $5 for, so had to do it. Okay, this card, I don't need to tell you why I bought it. You know why. You know why you'd pick it up if you had it. That is a beautiful card. Of the second greatest running back of all time. Oh, yes, he is. No, let's not argue. It's my hobby. It's a beautiful card, though. All right, here's a couple of cards I picked up in an auction. That I got cheap. They're $2 each. They're from 1968. Here's Willie McCovey. It's the Atlantic Oil cards. These had two parts, and you tore down the side and entered a contest on the other side, and the side remaining was a baseball card. They don't look good because they have been torn. You know, they had that perforated edge, and they have been torn. But here's the Willie McCovey. Here's Roger Maris. $2 each. I don't really know what these things are worth, but I do like them. Here's the back of this one. This one has the Atlantic Oil logo on it. The back of this one just has rules, that sort of thing for the contest. I've seen these. Some of them are in good shape, and when they get graded, they're worth a lot of money, but I don't think I'm going to collect the set of these things. I'm just going to put these in my star box and leave it at that. Okay, I've got two more pickups here I want to show you that it's really all about price on these. I got this card, 1975 Willie McCovey. And this card, again, 75 Johnny Bench. Two incredible cards, $5 each. They're in pretty decent shape. The corners are nice. Card faces are nice. Everything is nice about them. $10 for the both of them. I don't need them. I've got a set. I've got them probably doubles and triples, but how can I pass these up for $5 a piece? Look at them. Yeah, a little on the impulsive side. Here's another one that I got for $3. You're not going to $3 for this. Alzarilla. This is clean. He is very clean. The back has got that kind of soft beige. I don't like the beige ones. I like the nice clean white ones, but $3? Why would you sell that for, just put it aside and sell it later? I have the set. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I keep saying that about a lot of cards, don't I? But I like it. Here's a card that was inspired by Chris from Missouri. I didn't like these cards for years. For years. When I say years, I might even be talking about a decade. Yeah, I'll bet it's a decade. I didn't like them. I thought they were corny. I did not think they were pretty. And he showed a bunch of these up close, talked about them with such love and adoration that I thought, they do look nice. These are Wheaties cards. That's Bob Lemon, Hall of Famer. I'll be doing a program on him pretty soon, too. Him and his buddies that I think you'll find amazing. Don't you just love those? Here's a card that's going straight into my set. That's Bob Feller. 1954 Bowman's. There he is, standing in the dugout, cheesing it up, water fountain there in the back. Look at that nice, soft, comfy bench back there. You're sitting on that hard thing for 9 innings. It's not like the big padded ones they have now. Which is funny because the ball players sometimes will sit on the top ledge of those where there is no padding and put their feet on the padding. If they had these seats, they'd probably complain about them. Bob Feller, this is going straight into my collection. Getting close to that, getting that completed. I told you early on when I was at the Shipsy Show, I was looking for some Billy Sims autographs. I love Billy Sims. He was number 20, one of the great number 20s of Lem Barney, Billy Sims, and Barry Sanders. This is a nice card. So now I've got a nice Billy Sims autograph card in my collection. No, it's not an acetate. Told you we were done with that. Here's a card I picked up in an online auction. It's graded by Mike Baker, and you might know that name. He makes those little. I think he makes those little gold things that stickers that they put on other graded cards that show that it's above and beyond. I'm not even going to get into that because I don't understand it, but I love this card. And the little, I don't know, container that it's put in from Mike Baker looks pretty good too. I like it. I love gallery products. I've got a lot of gallery sets. I've got some inserts that go to some of these sets. I just love Topps Gallery. I think this is a corrected card. When I realized that I didn't have it, the original one, I think has Floyd Bannister on it. And it says Tom Seaver. They corrected it, put this one out. Said, I got to buy that. I got to get that in my collection. It just hasn't made its way to the set yet. Here's one that's just, I just picked it up because I thought it was cool. I don't have a whole lot of Bernie Williams cards, so I thought, that's a nice card. Again, it's one of those cards that have a multi-faceted, I don't know, metallic background that just looks a different color every time you look at it. It's a Donruss card. I have found that Donruss has made some beautiful cards back in the 1990s and into the early 2000s, I think. Cards that are insert cards and just versions of the regular cards that are just absolutely beautiful. I'm going back and looking at those older cards now just so I can just so I can add them to my collection. I think they're that neat. Here's a card that I picked up at a card show in Detroit, and that is what I paid for it, $20. It's got a couple little soft corners, but $20. I was at a card show in Shipsy earlier in the year, and the guy wanted $80 for this, and it was not in as good a shape. $80, $80, no. So when I saw it for $20, I picked it up. Everybody loves this card. Here is the best looking card, in my estimation, in my opinion, created over the last 3 or 4 years. Lawrence Butler in the home stadium in Oakland, making an incredible catch up against that wall that shows Ricky. This is a chrome version. Is it not beautiful? It's a rookie card of Lawrence Butler, so it's kind of cool. But I love that card. Well, first time I saw that card, I about came uncorked. Now, I say it's the most beautiful card of the last few years. I think the 2020 Shohei Ohtani Topps Stadium Club, kind of taken from above, you know, the kind of bigger picture kind of card where Shohei's a little smaller, but the field's a little bigger. That card might be one of the best ones too. But this one, for color, composition, nostalgia, this is my favorite. Here's a card I picked up. I had no clue as to what this was, and I did some research on it. It comes from a historical society in Philadelphia. They have a complete set. Thinking about trying to find that set. Stuffy McGinnis, Philadelphia Athletics. Here's the back of that. Down at the bottom, it kind of talks about it coming from the Philadelphia Historical Society. All I knew is that thing's coming home with me. That just was a beautiful card. I think I'm going to look for the rest of them too as well. My final 2 cards, you've seen me get some of the great bargains here. These were, it doesn't make sense. I'm going to have to do something on grading pretty soon. My feelings on grading, you probably don't care about that because you got your own feelings on grading. But these 2 cards I picked up really, really cheap. When I say cheap, $5 each, excuse me, $6 for one, $5 for the other one. So we're talking about $11 here for both of these cards. And we'll start with a great Tiger ball player and manager. And this is Fred Hutchinson from 1953, $5. Look up there in the top. It says authentic. This card by itself is, I don't know, $15, $12, something like that, if all by its lonesome. Somebody let me pay down for it for $5 because it said authentic. I think. Why else would anybody not bid on it? Can you see the corners on that? Do you know what it says that the problem is with this, why they're only going to give it an authentic? It says color added up there underneath authentic. First of all, where? Second of all, how? How do you add color to this? Or to any card? I guess you use a Sharpie if you're really handy with that. I don't know. $5 for a beautiful 1953 card that's got a tuxedo on it that I can display. Oh, and that's going to be displayed. I have shown my card, this card and the one I'm about to show you, to several people who couldn't believe I didn't pay $25 or $20 for these. Next one is a card I've been wanting for years. I almost had it raw earlier in the year. I did a video on the 1953 cards and the paintings, and talked about one of the painters, and he did this one. This was one of his paintings that he did, because that's what these are. These are small portraits created by artists. I think there were 6 or 7 of them that went through for the entire year and painted up every single ball player that you can get in the 53 set, painted portraits of them from a black and white photograph. And I've wanted this one for a long time. Johnny Mize, the big cat. Authentic. Paid $6. $6. You know what it says up under there? Altered. Oh no, it says erased. That's what it says. Erased. I've gone over this thing a dozen times looking for some kind of an erase mark. Look at the corners. And there's nothing on the back. I mean, there's no issues with the back. I can't believe somebody just let these go cheap as they were because they were authentic. If you've got cards like this, authentic cards that are in this good a shape and they're this old, and you want $5 a piece for them, hit me up. I'll buy these all day. They display so beautifully. And I put them up here, and I rotate my, I just put this one in recently. How do I do that? Right there. And that's going to be a part of my video series that I'm going to do moving forward. My plan is to, when I pick up really nice cards, or when I buy really nice cards, or if I start pulling cards out of my collection to show you, I'm going to put them up there as a reminder to look at them every day. Because that's what I'm trying to do right now with my collection. That's why well, you can't see all this. Everything's kind of a mess, and I've been slowly putting things together. But yeah, I want to see more of my cards. I want to see them, and then I want to rotate them, and so I can see other ones. And I put a lot of them in binders, so I can go back and look at them later on. My friend Bob, the baseball card enabler, has been doing that from the get-go. And eventually here I'm going to get a good shot of his collection, the way he's collecting, which requires a lot more discipline than I have. So I'm going to be happy to show that to you, and then I'm going to be showing you a few of mine as well. But those are my pickups. I really enjoyed showing them to you because I've been sitting them here on my desk now for the better part of 2 months, and I'll show you more on occasion when we're not doing other things. So if you can, would you like and subscribe to this channel? I'm at 90 subscribers. I'd love to get 100 sometime here before the end of the year. I think that might be possible, but if you subscribe, it gets me closer to my goal. Subscribe, like, comment. If there's anything in here you think is pretty cool, or you didn't like it at all, or if any of the questions I asked regarding being impulsive and that sort of thing, I'd love to know what you think, so maybe we can commiserate. Talk soon.
Cardboard meditation helps set your mind right. Thank you for watching. Show us your appreciation by clicking the like and subscribe button. Ring the bell while you're at it so you'll know when we upload a new story.